Good morning. Oh my gosh, hooray. Happy New Year. Okay, so let's get into our Wuji stance. So feet about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna need to tilt this down ever so slightly. There we go. Feet about shoulder width apart. Put a little bend in the knees. It helps us release that low back. Let that tailbone lengthen the spine as it pulls down towards the ground. Root your breath into your dantian, into that lower abdomen. Tuck that chin, extend the back of the neck. Feel the crown lifting up, extending up. I'm so sorry. I'm going to need to take a moment to blow my nose. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. After wonderful feedback, I even learned to remember to mute the microphone when I blow my nose. Pro tip. All right, so we're doing our stance work here. We're in our Wuji stance. Feet shoulder width, rooting our breath, low back open, relaxed, spine stretching in both directions. Think about reaching the hands down. They come to the sides so that your middle finger is right on your IT band. But think about reaching those fingers so it helps open up these shoulders and draw them away from the ears. Now, as we keep breathing, take a moment to bring your attention to your feet and slightly bring your weight back into the heels. And then slightly bring the weight forward into the balls. And then move back and forth very slowly. And try and find that spot where the weight is evenly distributed through the whole foot. Good. If when you find it, close your eyes and imagine the point on the bottom of the foot that's right in the center, and imagine that point extending down into the ground, down below you, like 3, 4, 6, 10 feet. Once you have that image in your mind or that feeling in your foot, however you want to feel about it, imagine pulling the chi in from the earth from that spot, 3 to 10 feet below the feet in the ground. Good. Now staying there, staying nice and solid. The feet are like poles stuck into the ground. From there, keeping that spine nice and straight, trying to keep it all in one line. Let's go into swinging arms. Good. just think about the difference that how different this movement feels once you root that energy down into the ground. Good, keep going. Turning that head, getting a nice twist through the whole body. Good, and let that slow down. Good, and come to center. Let's do a circle breath here, keeping those feet just as rooted. One more. Good, fantastic. Take your hands, we're gonna rub them together. Get them nice and warm. And then we're gonna place them on top of our chest. And breathe in deeply, and not just rooting our breath, breathing into this chest. So really opening it up. Feeling the warmth from the hands. Let's go straight into our lung exercise. We're going to step slightly wide and sink down as we cross our arms in front of ourselves. And we're going to inhale, draw the bow as we bring our weight to the left. Exhale, come back to center. And to the other side. Draw the bow, opening the chest and the lungs. And exhale, coming back to center. Keep going. Things to think about, drawing that elbow straight back to the wall behind you. Like this, and not kind of pulling that elbow back, right? So everything's on this nice straight line here. Very good. Give me one more on each side, and then meet me back at our center stance when you're ready. Good, rooting our breath. Very good, so we're back at shoulder width. Bend your knees just a little bit, hold these hands here. Again, thinking about rooting into those feet, down into the ground, into the earth. All right, come up, hold your hands at the dantian. Good, and then I'm gonna lead you through a movement, and then we'll break it down. So we're gonna inhale as we rotate so the backs of the hands are touching. And then we're going to rotate the palms out and exhale down. Good, and we'll end here. And then the next part of the movement. So we come back to here and we go one big inhale, hands come up, and two, exhale, rotate the palms out, coming down. Good, and then come back to here. One, inhale, elbows rise up first, letting those hands come up, and two. Good. Keep going. One. Two. Very good. Let's meet back at center. And let's take our right hand, and we're going to draw it in. We're going to do our teacups here. Good. Think about drawing it straight back and seeing how far back you can bring it, out across from the side, up over the head. Yeah, points to think about. When we go back, we don't want to I don't want to see, oh, how high can I get my arm up by compromising my spine, right? I want to keep that spine like this. And so if that means really I can only go to here, that's okay. That's better than this. Yeah. You guys look great. Okay, good. Let's switch directions. So we'll start here and we're going to reach out to the front, bring it around, behind, up over the head, in and right across that rib cage. Yes. Keeping that hand nice and flat, thinking about letting the wrist stay relaxed. Very good. Okay, on this last time, when we come from the back, I want you to really kind of hold and hold this rib cage. And just let your hand rub the sides of those ribs and just sit there for a minute. Take a deep breath in and relax down. Good, let's go to the other side. We'll start inwards. So in, out, up, over, around. Very good. Oh, nice. I'm getting a little crunchy on this side. I'll give you one more. Oh, fantastic. And we're going to go back the other way. And one more. Good. And when you come back, let that hand just kind of sit right there. Let's do both sides, both hands. Just see if you can hold your rib cage. If this like hurts with this, you can come forward a little bit more. Yeah. So we're wanting to just try and kind of feel the sides. Like just hold your rib cage. Good. Come back to our Wuji Stance. And then we're going to turn those into fists. And we're going to go into punching with angry gaze. So we're going to inhale. And we're going to exhale as we squat and punch and furrow that brow. We're going to inhale and relax. And we're going to exhale. We're going to come to the other side. And we're going to relax and come up. Good. Letting those fists touch the sides of those rib cages as they come back. Thinking about squeezing that dantian, getting all that air out of the lungs, using your core to engage those lungs, relaxing it to fill them up, squeezing it to help get the air out. Good. Give me one more on each side. Good. Let's do a circle breath. Good. And then we're going to reach one hand up. Inhale, and then we're going to open up that side and exhale. Good. Let's go to the other side. Inhale up and open, and exhale, come down. Other side. Good. Our focus here is just again on the sides, on that rib cage. We're just opening everything up. One more time on each side. Very good. Good. Let's take a little bit of a forward bend. So make sure you have a little bit of micro bend in the knees, and then just let everything come forward and let it come down. And just let yourself hang here for a moment. Breathing. Bending your knees more if you need some pressure off that low back. Good. And come back up. Very good. Let's do one circle breath. And let's go into our water posting. So we're going to come back to feet at shoulder width, a little micro bend, get that spine nice and straight, the tailbone pulling down, tuck the chin, the crown lifting up. We've got that nice spine like that. And then we're gonna bring our arms up like we're hugging a tree or holding a big pail of water. Rooting our breath into our dantian. And then on every inhale, let's imagine water coming in and filling up the space like we're holding a big tub of water. And on every exhale, imagine your shoulders relaxing, those arms lengthening, and those muscles becoming stretched but relaxed throughout the whole arm. Feel it move and open. Keep going. Find that place where the weight is evenly distributed through the whole foot. Inhaling, imagining the water filling the space, and exhaling, relaxing. Very good. Let's let the hands come down. And after all that rooting and shaking, posting, let's shake a little bit, get things moving. You can shake those feet out a little bit if you want. I find when I do lots of posting, the chi gets really centered in those feet and they start to have feelings and sensations. So we're leaving a metal year and we're coming into a water year. This is going to be great. The past 2 years have been metal. And you can think of metal as like, it's very hard and cold. It's got sharp edges. Whereas water can be hard and cold and have hard edges, but it can also be soft and warm and have no edges at all. So it'll be a good transition for us. So as we shake, just think about like water. Feel yourself flow a little bit. This is a really good exercise. So It's basically dancing, right? Let's just dance, but like, just think about like water. And just feel your body, right? Feel the chi move. What feels good? You know, water can do everything. You can churn it like a like in a washing machine, and the water it's gonna get all slishy splashy, and it's doing stuff. It's cleaning, right? You can also be a very slow moving river. You can be the waves way out at sea going up and down. So just play with this for a little bit. Let's just move around and see what chi feels like in your body. This is a great way to get those sensations of chi and learn what your body feels like. Everybody's body is a little different. All right, that's good. Start bringing it back in, slowing that water down, bring it back into our Wuji stance as we go into some circle breaths here. Last one. Good. Come back and let's rub those hands together again. We're going to warm them up. So the organ associated with water are the kidneys, right? And the color associated with the kidneys and the water element is black. So we're going to take our hands and just put them on our low back, put them on those kidneys. Like imagine that connection. And you can rub them up and down a little bit if you want. It can be a little hard to do with your hands. Another alternative is to take the backs of your hands and just gently rub that low back, those kidneys. Good. We come back to our center. And we can either reach up, extend, and arch back, or you can inhale real big and arch back with your hands on your low back. Yeah, and just do some nice slow breathing and get some big stretches. Good, give me one more and then come back to center. Marvelous. All right, fantastic. We're gonna do a little more work on our knees now. So everyone bring all of your weight onto your right foot and bring that left leg up at about, let there be a 90-degree stretch. And of course, if you need something for balance, but then we're gonna rotate that foot around. And from the bottom, it would look like this, right? I'm trying to get a nice big circle with that foot. Good, and let's go to the other side. circling outwards. Good, and go back to the other side again. And this time we'll circle inwards. If you're having trouble with balance, you can squat down on that standing leg a little more. It'll give you a little more support. Good, and we go to the other one and inside circles. Whew. Nice job. Next, we're going to come back to rubbing those hands. Get them nice and warm. And then we're going to put the palms over our knees. And we're just going to make gentle circles. Go ahead and go back the other direction. Very good. Let's come up again. Come back to our center stance. A couple circle breaths here. And then again, come back to that center stance. So the spot where we find on our foot where our weight is evenly distributed, ostensibly, everyone's a little different, but that spot should be on the arch of the foot, but just behind the ball. See if you can imagine that point in between the first and second toe, in between that big toe and that second toe, just behind where the arch starts. That is kidney 1, the first point on the kidney channel. It's one of the points that's always open. So that's the point where we send our chi down through it and into the earth. So take a moment to focus on that point. Feel your chi reaching from the body through that point down into the earth to draw that chi in and up. Almost like roots coming out, a chi root coming out of the bottom of your foot that connects to the earth and draws that chi in. It comes up the inside of the legs, all the way up to the dantian. Keep breathing deeply, feeling that connection into the earth through the kidney channel. Feel that chi coming up through that connection into the foot, up the inside of the leg, into the lower dantian. Good. Now let's go to circle breath. The point in the palms of the hands, right in the middle, is open and receptive and receiving the chi. It's the point that's paired with this one on the foot. So feel that chi coming in just like you feel it coming up the foot. Traveling up the arms, into the chest, into the heart, the middle dantian, and down to the lower dantian. You're doing so good. Keep your focus. Chi coming up from the earth through the feet. Chi coming in from around us through the palms of the hands into that upper dantian, traveling down to the lower dantian. Finally, our fifth gate, the crown of the head, chi coming down from heaven into the crown of the head, into that upper dantian, the third eye, down to the heart, down to the lower dantian. Keeping the body relaxed. Just focusing on those 5 points. It's a lot to keep in your mind. So you can just connect to those points. Feel the point on the top of the head. Feel the point in the palms of the hands. Feel the point in the soles of the feet. Gathering chi, filling up that middle meridian, filling up your body. Letting yourself relax and smile. And then just forgetting everything and keeping going and just enjoying the movement. Not worrying about your breath or your chi or where it's at, and just feeling good. Let's do one more all together. Good. Up. Bring our hands together, reaching up and pull them down. Let's take a moment. Let's stop at the forehead, touching and connecting. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the hands to the heart. Connecting. Deep breath in. And lowering the hands and our chi to that lower dantian to grasp it. Feeling the warmth of our hands, the chi moving through it. Big breath. And relax and let it all out. Fabulous. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much. Happy New Year.